I still can't record it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first Block to Block podcast. My name's Isaiah, and here we'll be talking about sports stuff in the world and just whatever. So let's get started with Ben. Ben, introduce yourself.
I'm Ben.
What's your favorite team?
Oh, my favorite team gotta be the Warriors, and love basketball, man. It's just passion.
All right, Lars.
I'm Lars. My favorite basketball team's got to be the Clippers. I'm a Washington football team fan, and that's enough about me. Mike, go ahead.
I am Mike. I am a Saints fan and a Brooklyn Nets fan.
All right, I'm Isaiah. I'm a Laker, Dodger, Ram fan, even though I'm wearing a Baker Mayfield jersey, which will go in great to our next topic, which is Monday Night Football. Does anybody have any thoughts on tonight's game between the Ravens and the Browns?
I don't like Lamar Jackson, so
Well, Lamar,
I'm just
I don't know, seemed very Paul Pierce-ish coming back from the locker room after cramps, which I don't know if were real or not, even though he said they were real.
Probably like Paul Pierce. Probably had to take a shit or something. Oh.
I wouldn't doubt it. He's just not been having a great season. But that game overall, it's sad. TikTok star Trace McSorley goes out, torn ACL.
Yeah, look. I saw a bad buckle right there. Lamar Jackson. It was kind of like a hero moment. They probably would have been out the playoff picture if they lose that game. Lamar Jackson comes back in, saves the season.
It's going to be cemented in NFL history for sure. It's not something you get to see every day. It's something that you're going to be talking about for the next couple of weeks,
especially on Monday Night Football. Jalen Hurts wins his first game versus the Saints. I know Michael's not very happy about that, just because he's a Saints fan.
I hate the Saints, bro. Michael Thomas, slant boy, he sucks.
What do you think? How'd you think Jalen Hurts did?
I think he did well for his first start. He did great. I think they'll stick with him for a few weeks.
I definitely thought there were some low expectations probably from most people, just knowing that they were going to play the Saints, and just like the Saints have a really good defensive. I think it was a 9-game winning streak they were on. Just for him to come out and give them that spark, as Miles Sanders said, just really puts him over. I don't think they're going to win the division or anything, but for next year, I just think new energy in the locker room, some excitement that hasn't been in their organization since that Super Bowl victory.
Drew Brees also didn't play.
Yeah, it's because he's injured. I don't know if you don't know much about the NFL. You're just looking up the stats on the side. But he's been injured for a few weeks. But he's hopeful to come back against the Chiefs, but I think we should sit him.
Yeah, who knows if it'll even be the same. He's 40-something years old.
Nah, I still think he's better than most quarterbacks. We're still first in our division, and we still have the best quarterback in our division.
Yeah, but you guys lost to a 3-8-1 Eagles team with a
Everyone has their bad game. Everyone has their bad games. And we started a tight end at. We started a tight end at quarterback.
Yeah, but if the Broncos didn't have,
and he had a terrible game.
If the Broncos didn't have Kendall Hinton as their quarterback,
we still would have won that game.
I don't know, man.
Isaiah, did you know what receivers started that game for the Saints?
What do you mean?
3 backup receivers were starting.
Michael Thomas and
Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders were both out that game, actually.
I'm pretty sure he played.
No.
Actually, that is capped because I have the stats pulled up right now.
For which game? The Broncos game? The Broncos game we're talking about, buddy. I know you're a little slow, Ben, but they were both out that game.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was looking at. It was just like a typo. They were out.
But back to Jalen Hurts. He'll be starting next week against the
Cardinals.
That'll be a tough game for them.
Bears. We need Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz, I don't know. It's looking pretty down on his career right now. Second pick overall. Some thought the Rams made a mistake not picking him. But after making all these excuses for him for such a long time, now we're finally seeing that, it's probably been his fault this whole time. I know he's been having backup quarterbacks as his receivers and all, but I don't know. It's just not looking good for him right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Going back to Jalen Hurts and that topic, their division, a very competitive one with the Browns, Ravens, and the Steelers. How are we feeling about the Steelers?
The Steelers.
Yeah. I think they're heavily overrated.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
after going to 11-0, I think everyone's panicking now that they just lost to the Washington football team
Yes, sir.
and the Bills this past
Yeah,
Sunday.
More on that. Like, I still don't think the Washington football team are that good. Sorry. They're
It's
okay.
okay.
I never said they're bad. They can win their division, but their
I
division's
think
not that good.
they're one quarterback away and a couple
Yeah,
of receivers from
but
being a really good team. Like they have Chase Young, they have good corners. Like they just
They
need
have, they have
they just
Antonio
need
Gibson. They got Terry McLaurin on
they
the
got,
offense.
they
Dwayne
got
Haskins played the second half of the game today or yesterday.
yesterday.
it's very
And they're just one piece away. Like they got a lot of great pieces all around.
and they can be winning their division for a few years if they get that piece. But
Because
going
I
back
don't
to
know.
the Steelers,
Hold on. The Cowboys, when they were still had Dak, people were saying that like they are only down because they don't have Dak, but they were 1-3 with Dak. Like he wasn't like sure he was doing good, but like they probably won more games, but like he wasn't making them win games.
Yeah, Cowboys were supposed to be good this season, but what people thought.
And their one game was against the Falcons, who blew a 20-point lead.
Yeah, the Falcons have not been great this season at all.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
So back to the Steelers.
Their competition this year has been terrible. They've not
They
had
have
a hard
also
schedule.
lost a lot of pieces on the defensive side of the ball. You know, they lost Devin Bush, Bud Dupree. You know, a lot of key pieces that like was probably would have made them win against Washington. Probably not against the Bills. I think they would have lost to the Bills either way. Just I don't feel like they
Bills
won
are a
so
better
many
team.
games. They got to get it together though.
Too many TikTok dances.
Just their schedule purely. They've played just going over their last like few games. Their whole season. The only hard teams they've played have been the Titans and the Ravens. Really, because they played the Giants week 1, and they played the Broncos. Yeah, they played the Broncos and the Texans, who are just terrible this year. The Eagles, who have been bad. The Browns, who actually are okay, but they played bad that week. Baker Mayfield has not picked it up until the second half of the season. Still don't know why you have that jersey. Then they played the Titans that they barely got a win over. I did not watch that game, but I've heard a lot of things about it. And then Ravens, Seahawks, they barely beat the Ravens. So they're barely beating these good teams that are they're barely beating good teams. So once they play a really good team like the Chiefs, the Saints, I think the Saints are a really good team. And the Chiefs are the Saints. I think and the Bills, they'll lose all those games every day of the week.
Well, you know, I saw them going undefeated once before the football game, before they played the football team. I thought that if they beat the Bills, they could have went undefeated, but obviously it hasn't happened, and I see them losing at least 2 more games before season's end.
What's the rest of their schedule looking like right now?
Bengals next week at the Monday Night Football game. Then
they'll win that game.
And the Colts
I have a bold take. You guys have probably heard it. I think the Colts are making the Super Bowl.
That is not happening. And then they play the Browns.
Browns are going to beat them.
Yeah.
It's going to be close, though, you know. They beat them last time pretty good. And, you know, it's really going downhill for them. Hopefully they'll pick it back up, though.
Yeah.
Hope so. So what are you guys' thoughts on the preseason? What do you think about your Lakers, Isaiah?
Well, the Lakers they've been balling out. They've been outplaying the Clippers. Sure, you could say it's preseason, but like the Clippers, their depth isn't there. It's not the same team from last year. They lost Montrezl Harrell. The Lakers get Montrezl Harrell. Lakers get better, and the Clippers get worse.
Okay.
Lakers just are over the top right now. They get Schroeder, they get Harrell, Taylor Horton Tucker all of a sudden is now a contributing factor. Lakers are 13 deep. Like the Clippers are like 5 deep, like if that. Kawhi Leonard's going downhill. It's all going downhill for the Clippers.
You can't argue that the Clippers are going up or staying the same.
I will continue to argue against that. Of course, we lost, Montrezl Harrell, but I'd only argue that the main thing we lost was Jermichael Green. We replaced Montrezl Harrell with Ibaka. Ibaka's a way better fit for our system. We replaced Landry Shamet with Luke Kennard. May not be as good of a shooter, but he can assist way better. He's a better playmaker.
Yeah, all you guys did was
Some
replace.
bold takes.
All you guys did was replace worse. The Lakers got better.
Worse? I think Ibaka's way better for our system. We stretched our floor.
Ibaka's like 34 or something.
Yeah, but he's a great shooter. We saw in that first preseason game. It's not a large sample size, but he was feeling comfortable already.
Yeah,
Paul George, but like
Paul George
Kawhi,
is bound for a bounce back season this season.
Sure, but like I don't see Kawhi being the same
Until
offensive player.
Yeah,
I don't see Kawhi being the offensive player he once was, like in the Warriors series in the finals.
And is he gonna give you 19 and 8 like Montrez did?
That's all you could hope for. Like he's not winning six
Ibaka
man of the year.
No, we're not. I think he's starting though over Zubac right now, which I prefer for him to come off the bench. But Ibaka last season, I'm trying to remember, he put up some pretty good numbers now.
Yeah, but he's getting old, up there in age, and you can't say you replaced, but you guys lost in the second round. So like, how far are you gonna really go? Like, I still think the Suns are better than you guys now. I think
that's questionable. That's
very questionable.
That is questionable.
I don't see the Clippers being a top 4 team. Not even
maybe not
biased.
top 4, but they'll definitely be probably 5
top
or 6.
4 in the West.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Probably 5 seed.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I just don't see them having the same kind of excitement they had last season, even in the regular season before the shutdown.
So I think, as a Clippers fan, we noticed that my team plays a lot better when they're under the radar or they're being hated on. They're not under the radar because, they have superstars, right. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, but people don't want us to win anymore. They're expecting us to do worse. So without all the expectations, we can play our game of basketball.
We don't not want you to win. We don't think you're going to win.
Like, I'm not even being biased here.
Mentality. You never will.
I'm not even being biased here. Like, I just don't think the Clippers have what it takes this year. I thought maybe last year, but you guys lost 6th man of the year. Your players are all getting old. Sure, you could say Paul George is coming back better, but like, still, you guys, I don't think have it.
We lost 6th man of the year, but we also have one of the best 6th men of the year on our bench still, Lou Williams, who was a big reason Montrez played the way he did.
The Lakers just won the championship and gained the 6th man of the year. So, like,
oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it that the Lakers got better, and I still think they're the favorites, but I'm just saying you shouldn't count the Clippers out just yet.
Obviously, we'll wait till the regular season to see that, but as of now, I don't think the Clippers have what it takes.
All right, let's move on. We're going to play a little game. For rookies, you can do bust, role player, or star. All right, we're going to do top 5 picks in the draft.
Okay.
We're going to start with number 1, Anthony Edwards. You guys got him as a bust, role player, or star? Isaiah, did he lag out?
I think we're
all right, Lars, do you got Anthony Edwards?
I think he's going to be a role player, There's a great argument for him to be a bust. He doesn't have that connection with basketball that all the other rookies in the class seem to have. He was talking about football before he got drafted. But he's still a man with great talent. He's extreme athleticism, and that's going to take him to at least be a role player. But, just because of his lack of wanting to compete in basketball terms, I think that's going to limit him.
Yeah, I think that definitely his mentality towards it could limit him. I don't think he's a bust necessarily.
We lost Isaiah.
I don't think he's a bust. He has
definitely not a bust.
I think he has star potential. He has all the tools and skills to be a star, but I think his mentality is going to hold him back.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah, did you hear where we left off?
Anthony Edwards?
Yeah.
What you got, star? Bust?
I got bust 100%. It should have been a red flag before the draft even started when he said he'd rather play football over basketball. Come on now.
Not even a role player. Not even a role player.
bust out the league in 5 years. Well, he'll be like a Noah Vaughn, not even Noah Vaughn, like just an average dude on an NBA team for like 10
so a
years.
role player.
That's a role
No,
player.
but
His
like,
extreme
he
athleticism
won't
gotta
have
place him a little bit higher.
he won't have a great role. Like
No.
he won't be like a main role player. He'll
Coming
be
off the
Sure.
bench.
Like a
dude off
ninth
the
man.
bench. Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
James Wiseman.
Yeah, James Wiseman,
He
Isaiah.
has great players around him to help him
Isaiah,
progress.
I guess I'll go first. I think it's a great system. It's a great system that the Warriors have him in. It's a great system for him. I don't know if I see him putting up the kind of numbers he'll put up in other situations, but just because he's on the Warriors and they've really been needing a center these past couple seasons, I think he'll be a great role player, possibly one-time All-Star. Don't see anything too major though.
Any
One-time
championships in his
All-Star.
future?
I don't see him being Bam Adebayo. He's worse than Bam. I don't know.
One All-Star.
Ben, you want to go next?
Dude, Curry's going to retire in the next six years. Within the next 6 years, James Wiseman is going to have that team.
Doesn't mean he'll be getting more shots.
He'll be the best player on the team.
No, it's because James Wiseman's an old school center. You know,
He's
you
not
can't
a
expect him
shooter.
to do all this stuff. He's
He's
gonna be a
He's
great
like
rebounder.
freakish athleticism.
He's gonna be a star with the
Freakish.
Warriors.
He's 7 feet.
He put like a 7'2" inch when you see his fucking dunks.
Yeah, because he's 7 feet. Like DeAndre Jordan does that.
So you're saying he's not crazy athletic?
I mean, he's athletic for sure, but like he's not like major.
You think he'll
All-star.
ever average 20 in his career?
Like what's the most he could be is Hassan Whiteside, and Whiteside's never been an All-Star.
It's that when he has those shooters around him, he's gonna put up great numbers and he's gonna be great.
I don't think.
But if you put him in a situation with less, if you put him in a situation with less shooters, he's gonna be worse. So he's a role player.
It's not the same NBA it once was. That the center that he isn't really a big factor. As you saw in the NBA Finals, the Lakers Heat series was basically one center in the first quarter, and then the rest of the game basically there was no centers. Dwight Howard was the only center for the Lakers, and he played 10 minutes a game in the finals. Like it's just becoming outdated.
So you don't think he'll ever at some point in his career be like a top 3 center in the league?
No. Jokic will always be better than him.
Jokic, Embiid,
and Karl Anthony Towns.
They're all so versatile. I just don't see them going
anywhere. If he developed a 3-point shot, possibly, or just
top 5 if he develops a 3-point shot.
Yeah.
All right.
Like he can't be like a DeAndre Jordan or a Whiteside.
Yeah.
All right. LaMelo Ball. This is controversial.
He'll be good.
I'm gonna give him role player.
Actually, he'll be an above-average role player. I
could see him as like Alonzo. What Lonzo does right now.
I see him getting a max contract, 12-time All-Star, 2-time MVP, Hall of Famer.
When is this max contract
silly,
coming?
bro. It's just silly.
Whenever his old one ends.
But he'll get like De'Aaron Fox got an extension already. He'll be
but he averaged 20. He averages 20.
LaMelo will average 20, 10, and 6.
The consistency is not there yet. He's a great player.
What do you mean consistency? It's been 2 preseason games.
Spotty. The shooting is spotty.
Yeah.
It was his first NBA game.
No, it's not even in the NBA.
Even overseas.
He's a great shooter his whole life.
He averaged like 20%.
He's been playing up in age.
He's a good passer.
He's ready for this.
He's ready for this. There's no doubt.
There's no question. I never said he was gonna be a bust. I said he's gonna be. I agree with Mike. He's gonna be an
above-average role player. Like Lonzo.
I think he's a star.
These people average like 12, 7, 7.
I think he's gonna be a star. He has what it takes.
I don't think he'll be if he wins a championship. I don't think he'll be like the
main guy. He'll be like the second or third.
I don't think he can win a championship.
I think he can be like the third option to win a championship.
No.
He doesn't.
You think he needs one star to win a chip with him?
He needs obviously a Robin. He's the Batman, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think he's the Robin.
No, I don't think anybody in this
I think
NBA.
he's the Scottie Pippen.
I think Dirk's the only one ever to win it by himself. Basically, he can't. No one can win it by themselves anymore. He's obviously gonna need like a LiAngelo Ball next to him.
I
Someone
think
like
it's
that.
going to be like a Toronto thing. Like he's going to be like the Kyle Lowry or the Pascal Siakam.
I could see
Someone's going to be
that,
above him.
but like
Right
I could
now,
see him.
he's
I could
Gordon's
see that.
sidekick.
He's obviously
Right
gonna
now,
need
he's a
players
star on this Hornets team.
because he's a great
Well,
passer.
yeah, it's not hard to be a star on that team.
He's the second best player.
If he has shooters around him and like just other pieces, that's gonna make the team even better because he makes the other people around him better.
Yeah.
All right. Was it Patrick Williams?
Oh,
Role
Can we
player.
just skip it? Just bust role player. Either
Role player.
yeah. You can't pick a guy fourth who never started a college basketball game.
He's a top 10 player.
It's hard to.
He was
He's
gonna
a
go top
evaluate.
10, but you can't get him 4. I would rather have a guy like Denny who has a lot of potential. EuroLeague MVP like Luka was.
Yeah.
Same basic scouting report. Just I don't know.
I think they really liked him. They could have traded down a little bit, gotten some extra assets for off the bench. But
It's too hard to fucking determine what he's gonna be. Like it's too early because he hasn't started like anything.
He could be Zion, he could be like a Zion with the same stats, but like I don't see it happening because he's not the same player as that.
All right, this is one of my favorite players, Isaac Okoro. I think he's gonna be above average role player to start. Like I don't think he could be a bust. He's doing good right now. Like he's getting 18, 15. He's a good defender. He's got what it takes to be a star in the league.
He's gonna have a Mike Conley type of career. He's gonna be the underrated guy for his entire career.
Mike Conley.
I see him play like Mike Conley.
No, he's not going to play like Mike Conley, but I'm saying socially wise, he's going to be like that one guy that's going to be like, oh, he's underrated.
Well, I see him being Paul George in his prime as the ceiling. He has the same physical attributes as Paul George. I don't know too much about his jump shot, but I saw he had a great game. First game of the preseason, watched a couple of college games. I went to one of his high school All-American games, seen him. I've met him. I think he'll do great things.
Yeah, he could get boards. He can play defense. He can get some assists. He's an all-around just good player. So, star.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Talen Horton-Tucker. Is Kyle Kuzma? Is he gone?
I think Kyle Kuzma's gone after this year, even in the middle of this year with the trade deadline. But I don't know if you want to do that to a championship team. You could trade a guy at the deadline, but we've done it before. I don't know if if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But after this year, I don't think the Lakers should sign him to an extension when we're already 13 deep, and he's honestly not that good.
Especially on such a close-knit championship team, that was something that people talked about last year. They were such a family, So
we've obviously showed that we're not afraid to give away some people. We got rid of Dwight Howard, McGee, Danny Green, J.R. Smith, Avery. Well, I don't see Avery Bradley part of that championship team. He wasn't in the bubble. I don't think he earned it. And then he leaves to join the Heat. Just don't think Avery Bradley deserves that ring just because he played, 60 games. But,
his defense was incredible in the regular season.
Yeah, but, why would he not go to the bubble if he was truly in love with the team? That's why he left. He could have the same contract with the Lakers, but he left to the team to live in Miami because he wants to be at the beach. Sure, you could say Heat culture, but he's behind Tyler Hero when he could have been he probably could have started some games for the Lakers this season. Why wouldn't you? And it's in LA too. It's not like it's in Milwaukee or something.
Yeah.
So Kyle Kuzma's gone. Where do you think? What team would trade for him, sign him? What team has the most interest?
Any team that's looking for publicity, like the Knicks or something like that. A team that's not competing for a championship because he's not the type of player who's going to sign a 1-year $3 million contract. He's looking for 10 to 15 million.
Yeah. So
And he's
next,
not like a rebuild player. It's not a guy you want to rebuild with. Like unless you already have like one or two options. Maybe like a Kings, like a for
I
a
could
3
see
to
that.
replace Bogdan.
Kings are
Or
always
not Bogdan, Bojan.
signing those kind of players.
yeah, that's true.
Because they already got their first and second option. You
No
know.
one's really
Oh wait,
going
what
to
about Buddy Hield?
Sacramento. Buddy Hield
had a lot of hype around him too.
Do we think he's gonna
Buddy Hield
leave?
already has a contract. 4 years, 82 million.
No, I mean, do we think he's gonna like keep requesting for that trade like he was this past off season, or do you think he's
When
fine?
did he
staying
sign
in
that
Sacramento?
contract? Before last season?
I think it was the season
Yeah.
before last season. Remember, he made that big deal about it. How he said, "I deserve more money."
Well, I think that he's getting even overpaid because,
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
think Duncan Robinson's just as good as him, if not better. So, I hope Duncan Robinson gets paid as much as Buddy Hield does.
hmm
Otherwise, it shows that Buddy Hield shouldn't be getting paid that much. All he's done is been traded for DeMarcus Cousins in his career, basically.
yeah.
All right. Last thing. Way too early NBA award predictions. Let's start with who hasn't been talking much. Let's go with Mike.
Michael.
MVP. Do you know all the awards?
Yeah, I
So,
know about
rookie of the year.
All right.
Start with
LaMelo.
that.
I think LaMelo will have a great rookie season.
All right, defensive player of the year.
I don't know enough about the NBA to tell you that much.
Six man, probably. Most improved. You can answer this.
Who did not have a good season? I don't know anything about the NBA. I'm here for the NFL part of this.
MVP. You can answer that.
Curry. Bold prediction.
Bold
Curry.
take. Bold take.
Curry does not have Clay.
I
He has
see.
a center finally. He's gonna get
I see
it.
Curry being the Mitchell Trubisky of this NBA season. Obviously, Curry is more proven. But coming into this season, Mitchell Trubisky was an MVP favorite, and he got benched halfway through the season.
Okay.
A lot of bettors had Mitchell Trubisky up there in the MVP, which I didn't think he deserved in the first place. But
6-man voting.
All right. Let me go next.
Wait. How
let
about the
Mike
chip?
get 6
How
man.
about championship? No, I don't know.
Championship and Finals MVP. That's
Championship and Finals MVP. I think Nets are winning it all. Fuck the Lakers.
pretty.
No, you guys
Finals
haven't seen a healthy
MVP.
KD
Finals
in a
MVP.
while.
Kyrie or KD?
KD.
Kevin Durant.
All right. Let me go next.
Karis LeVert.
All right. Rookie of the year. Bold take. I'm gonna go.
He's
Off the
gonna
grid.
say him.
I'm gonna go with Isaac Okoro. He doesn't really too many stars around him. All these players got some stars. Anthony Edwards. He's got D'Angelo Russell and Kyrie.
LaMelo.
James Wiseman. You already got Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins. LaMelo. I just don't see him putting up those type of numbers. I feel like I see him like a Lonzo rookie, 10, 7, and 7. Then Isaac Okoro, he could go 15, 6, and 6. And the only other thing that I could see a surprise, I see LaMelo at the second voting. Most improved, Michael Porter Jr.
Oh.
He averaged 9 points last year. He has a lot of room for improvement, and I think that he's one of the favorites to get that. Defensive Player of the Year. I feel like Anthony Davis was robbed last year, so I'm going to give it to him. He averaged good 2 blocks, good high defensive rating. 6-man of the year. I feel like voters, I've seen a lot about this, voters don't like to vote for the same person over and over. So I feel like Lou Williams will have another good year, but I don't think they'll want to vote for him again. I could see a good one. Spencer Dinwiddie. Good 6-man of the year. Could average 15.
Coach of the year.
6. Coach of the year.
Oh, Steve Nash.
Frank
You didn't give me that question.
I'm gonna be bold. Not Steve Nash, not the Lakers, not the Raptors. I could see the Nuggets being like a 2 seed. Mike Malone getting Coach of the Year, not Frank Vogel.
All right, because I got a lot of same points of Ben. So
Wait, MVP.
Look at
Think
three, man.
Giannis gonna go 3 times in a row?
No.
I think he's gonna put up the same type of numbers, but the voters thing again, I feel like people don't want to vote for him another time. Curry is a risk, but I'm just the safe bet is Giannis. And then championship, I would love for the Nets to win with KD. I love KD, but I feel like Lakers and LeBron will win it because of new additions.
All right, so I agree with a lot of Ben said. I got LaMelo Ball for Rookie of the Year. Yeah, you've heard my point on that. I think AD will win Defensive Player of the Year this year, but I don't think he was robbed last year. It wasn't that great. I mean, it was good, but he didn't deserve the win.
Giannis didn't deserve it. Yeah, Giannis.
But 6 man, Tyler Hero, or whoever does it. If he does start, Duncan Robinson, and if both of them start, I don't even know. Just one of those two, I think are going to win Defensive Player of the Year. 6 man of the year. Most improved, I also had Michael Porter. A lot of great factors there.
Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year, I had Mike Malone also. I have it written down. Mike Malone.
Is that why you got mad? Because I said that?
Yeah. Why is there a red dot? You see that?
Yeah, I think it's the recording on the side of the Zoom.
No.
No, it's blinking.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's
the recording sign's blinking.
No, it's like from an iPhone.
Yeah, you see yours?
Oh, what?
They're recording you.
Oh, shit. What the hell?
Wait.
Yo, they bugged in the phone.
What?
And my MVP, none of you have said this so far. Luka.
Oh, I
forgot he existed,
that yesterday.
to be honest.
Giannis will not win MVP. He's not improving anymore. Luka.
But it's not about who's improving. It's about the most valuable.
No more Porzingis for the first month of the season at least. I see Luka winning MVP, and I would almost bet the house on it.
Oh my God.
And championship, Lakers, LeBron. All right.
Yeah.
Lars. Bold takes from Lars.
Bold takes from Lars.
I was gonna say Clippers. Paul George MVP.
No. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not dumb.
Lou Will, 6 man.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll start off with 6 man. I think Lou Will's gonna have an undeniably great comeback year, proving that he was, a big portion of the bench for the Clippers. He's gonna come back
year.
Comeback year.
Back from what?
He was second in the vote.
Yeah, he was second in voting behind his teammate.
I don't know if comeback is the right term then, but
they should just name it bench player of the year. Because how can you have 2 6-mans on the same team?
Yeah. And bench then MVP, I got Anthony Davis or Luka Doncic.
I just don't know how much AD's going to play this year.
Yeah.
Because they just won the championship 71 days ago.
Yeah.
There's Coach of the Year, 6 man, most improved.
I
already said 6 man. Most improved, Michael Porter Jr. I think we're all spot on with that one. He's gonna have a great year.
Yeah, I was spot on with it.
Yeah, Michael. And then Coach of the Year. Oh my God. I'll be right back. Entertain.
All right.
Tyrese Halliburton. Thoughts, Isaiah?
Tyrese, I don't get the hype on him.
I'm feeling a bust.
They say that he's during the draft, Jay Billis and all of them were raving about him, how good this guy is and how great his 3-point shot.
I'm surprised he's falling this low.
His jump shot takes a while to get off. It looks really funky.
I don't think he can create his own shot unless it's like a fast break, catch and shoot.
I don't see him being a Damian Lillard type, like how they're saying he might be, step backs and stuff like that.
He's pretty quick.
I know he had a bad first game, but Killian Hayes, probably second best point guard in this draft class.
I agree. Tyrese, he's quick and create a He can get to the basket pretty
I think
fast.
Killian Hayes is really underrated.
All right, Les,
Just
back to
31 2 for 7.
Back to me, right? Okay.
Coach of the year.
Coach of the year, I'm going to go ahead and give it – I have a couple options, right? You know, I got my bias of Tyronn Lue, but that's my least likely one. Frank Vogel, you know, because I think they're going to have the best record in the NBA this season.
Actually, once you're done, I got another Coach of the Year candidate.
And Steve Nash, maybe. And who's your other Coach of the Year candidate, Ben?
No, Nets will be the 1 seed in the East, but Brad Stevens, they'll be the Celtics will be the
sure
2.
Celtics are kind of like the Clippers of the East. You know, they got worse.
Nah. They just they lost Gordon Hayward and Jason
and
Tatum
Brad
and
Wanamaker.
but Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown are only getting better,
Yeah.
So I feel like Brad Stevens.
I still think I have a couple more awards to give out. No.
Yeah.
Defensive
Finals
Player
MVP,
of the
MVP.
Year.
Yeah, defensive player.
Finals MVP too.
Okay. Finals MVP. If the Lakers win it, it's gonna be LeBron. If the Clippers win it, it's gonna be Kawhi.
I don't see the Clippers. Come on. No.
See, you could say that, but I think
I'm not even being biased. Like, they're getting rocked in the preseason by the Lakers bench, and you're having Kawhi for half the game.
For half the game, he played 10 minutes.
Yeah, but like you could just see how it's gonna happen. Like I don't.
And plus, no one's like going super hard right now. Like they're just kind of getting their feet back under them.
And their feet wet.
Yeah, feet wet. You know.
Who's your defensive player of the year?
Defensive Player of the Year, Anthony Davis.
So we all have the same most improved defensive player of the year.
Rookie, bro. It's just the rookies, dude.
I didn't say rookie, did I?
This is probably one of the worst rookie classes we've had in a long time.
I think Rookie of the Year is going to be Obi Toppin.
It's not a bad choice. It's not a bad choice. He could be like
top four in voting.
If they trade Julius Randle. If they trade Julius Randle.
I think they'd be top 4 in voting. Yeah,
they need to move Julius Randle.
I could see the Bucks trading Julius Randle just because they've tried to trade for Bogan, I think.
You get a guy like
Bogdan.
One of those.
Get a guy like Dante DiVincenzo in return.
Yeah.
They already have DiVincenzo.
I don't know, like swapping, like the Knicks get DiVincenzo.
Yeah, because they already tried to trade DiVincenzo once.
If they go for Lopez, there's something wrong with the Knicks organization. They already have Nerlens Noel, Mitchell Robinson.
They're not going to get the Bucks aren't trading Brook Lopez.
I don't know.
No, Brook Lopez he's
open.
Maybe I don't know, some bench pieces they got. They don't really have much over there. I mean, they have they just traded for Drew Holiday, which is like sending it off for them, but I don't think he's that kind of player.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Good.
He's not that good.
He has clamps, dude.
Who?
So does Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, but Drew Holiday averages 20 and Lonzo averages 10.
Yeah, Drew Holiday shot all the shots. Lonzo today, I know he missed a lot. You guys probably didn't watch it, but Lonzo is being way more aggressive than he has ever than I've seen him on TV. You know, it's playing like in high school self and some of college. If he stops being passive, all the Ball brothers besides LiAngelo are very pass first. If they all become more offensive scoring type players, they could be all-stars, both of them.
LaMelo's too streaky. He's way too streaky. Like in high school, like he was lights out, but now he's shooting like 22% in overseas. Like he's too streaky. Like he's a good passer, but I don't see him averaging like over 20 in consistent seasons.
What are some other rookies that you guys think are going to do well?
Well, when we were gone, we talked about Killian Hayes and Tyrese Halliburton.
Sure.
We said that Halliburton was actually going to be a bust. Me and Ben
Isaac Okoro, it's my dog.
I think
Denny have the that's like another second
Advia. My Israeli brother.
That's my second
I don't
favorite.
know. I didn't he played fine yesterday, I think, but I think he could become Luka.
I think
I didn't see that yet.
I don't know about Luka because he's too big.
Precious.
He fits the Heat system so seamlessly,
Precious
like that energy he brings to the field.
If they were really looking for him to have a role this first year, they would have played him more today. Like, they didn't play him that much today in a meaningless preseason game where Jimmy Butler didn't play. Like, he came in for the first time in the third quarter. I like how he played, but I don't know if the Heat see him being a key factor early in the season, at least.
Sure, that makes sense. I can get behind that.
Well, I think that's going to sum it up for the first episode of Block to Block. We got Michael, Ben, Lars, and I'm Isaiah signing off.
Every
Till next
Monday.
time.